If you're the kind of person who questions what everyone else accepts as normal, listen closely. Today, we are counting down the 10 worst foods according to science. And the number one food is shocking. It's something people proudly eat every single day, truly believing it is healthy for them. I'm Aura, and by the end of this analysis, you won't just see food differently, you will understand the system behind it. And that system often begins its work first thing in the morning, disguised as a healthy choice. This brings us to the start of our countdown. Coming in at number 10, flavored yogurt. You see the words probiotic, low-fat, gut-friendly, and you believe you are making a decision for your health. But the label doesn't tell you the most important fact. Metabolically, these products often behave like dessert. Imagine taking a small pot of plain, natural yogurt and stirring in 3 heaping spoonfuls of jam. You would recognize it instantly as a sweet treat. That is precisely what you are eating. The fundamental problem isn't the dairy. The problem is what the factory has done to it, loading it with sugar to make it palatable to the widest possible audience. At number 9, we find the refined breakfast pastry, the croissant, the muffin, the bagel. It's a convenient, almost comforting start to the day for millions. Underneath that familiar crust, however, is a storm of refined flour, industrial oils, and sugar. This combination sets the metabolic tone for your entire day. It creates an aggressive insulin spike, giving you a brief, fleeting sense of energy. Then comes the crash. That 3 p.m. feeling of profound brain fog. That sudden, desperate craving for another coffee or something sweet to just get through the afternoon. That battle was lost hours earlier when you took your first bite. Number 8 is perhaps the most painful betrayal on this list, the protein bar. This one hurts because you choose it out of discipline. You eat it after a workout or as a smart snack to avoid a full meal. You feel responsible. You feel in control. But many of these are just candy bars wearing a fitness tracker's disguise. A leading energy bar you see in every checkout aisle has over 20 grams of sugar. That's almost identical to a full-size candy bar. It's a shot of sugar wrapped around some low-quality, highly processed protein. The real danger here is psychological. It takes your best intentions, your desire for health and discipline, and weaponizes them against you. This weaponization of your good intentions isn't just found in what you chew. It's even more potent, more insidious in what you drink. We now move from deceptive solids to the liquid traps you consume every day. Coming in at number 7, artificially sweetened beverages. We all know the promise of 0-calorie and diet drinks. It feels like a perfect solution, a guilt-free pleasure. But your body is an ancient system that cannot be lied to. Here's what happens. Your tongue tastes the sweetness, telling your brain and your gut to prepare for an incoming payload of energy. But the energy never arrives. It's a broken promise. This phantom sweetness confuses your body's entire regulatory system. It can disrupt appetite signals and, for many, perpetuate the craving for real sugar. This isn't theory. A landmark 2022 study in the journal Cell confirmed it. Researchers found that sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose directly alter the delicate ecosystem of your gut bacteria. In some people, this actually worsened their ability to manage blood sugar. The free lunch is a myth. But what about natural sugars? Surely something that comes from a fruit is safe. That brings us to the hard truth of number 3, fruit juice. An orange is a healthy food. The juice from 4 oranges is a metabolic bomb. When you eat the whole fruit, its sugar is bound within a beautiful, complex matrix of fiber. That fiber is a gift. It slows down digestion and tells your body to handle the sugar gracefully. Juicing is an act of violence against the fruit. It strips away all that protective fiber, leaving you with pure, unbuffered sugar water. You can drink the sugar of 4 oranges in 30 seconds. You would never eat 4 whole oranges that fast. Your body isn't designed for that kind of onslaught. That fructose hits your liver directly, and the insulin spike is terrifyingly similar to drinking a can of soda. It's a primary driver of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And if juice is metabolically similar to soda, what about actual soda? Number 2 is no surprise, but its sheer destructive power is still underestimated. Sugary drinks. This is liquid sugar. It bypasses every single satiety signal your body has. You don't feel full. It's just a direct, overwhelming flood of glucose into your bloodstream. The link to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease is absolute. Each sip is a direct deposit into your future health problems. These are the liquid traps, but the deception goes even deeper, into the very building blocks of our food. And this brings us to the quiet lies, told not in the marketing copy, but in the very chemistry of the product. Coming in at number 6 is the entire category of low-fat packaged foods. For decades, you were told fat was the enemy. But when food scientists stripped the fat from things like salad dressings, cookies, and dairy, they removed the flavor and texture along with it. To make the product palatable again, they replaced the fat with a slurry of sugar, refined starches, and chemical texturizers. Your brain, seeking flavor, got a dose of inflammatory compounds instead. You see, the real issue isn't fat, it's processing. Number 5 takes this a step further. Industrial seed oils. Canola, corn, soybean, sunflower. These oils dominate the modern food supply. Imagine your cellular health as a perfectly balanced seesaw. On one side, anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats. On the other, inflammatory omega-6s. For our ancestors, the ratio was nearly 1-to-1. Today, with these oils in everything, that ratio is as high as 20-to-1. The seesaw is pinned to the ground on one side, fueling a constant, low-grade fire of inflammation inside your body. This imbalance is a fire inside your cells. But at least these oils began as a plant. The food at number 4 doesn't exist in nature at all. This isn't just poor nutrition. This is a case study in aggressive food manipulation. We're talking about a lab-made brick of industrial fat, successfully marketed to your parents and grandparents as heart-healthy. This is the original Frankenstein food. Number 4 is margarine and other hydrogenated spreads. This is a food that does not exist in nature. Scientists take liquid vegetable oil and, through a harsh industrial process called hydrogenation, turn it into a solid fat that damages your cells. A generation was taught by men in white coats that this product was superior to the butter humans had eaten for thousands of years. It was the ultimate act of external validation. Trust the science on the box, not the wisdom in your bones. We have unmasked deceptive snacks, liquid traps, and now these industrial lies. But the single most destructive food in the modern world is not an oil, a drink, or a chemical sweetener. The number 1 worst food is dangerous for a completely different reason. It doesn't kill you fast. It hides inside routine. It's something you see as comfort, as tradition, as normal. And that normalization is the most effective poison of all. And so we arrive at number 1. The most dangerous food in the modern world is refined grains. White bread, pasta, crackers, breakfast cereals, pastries. Their danger is unique. Not because they kill fast, but because they slowly erode your health over decades while feeling completely normal. The wheat grown today is not the wheat of our ancestors. It's a high-yield dwarf crop, engineered for quantity, not quality. The refining process then strips away its fiber, its bran, its nutrients, leaving behind a pure, rapidly digestible starch. These foods are the Trojan Horse of the modern diet. They arrive disguised as comfort, tradition, and convenience. But inside, they carry an army of inflammation and metabolic chaos. Meal by meal, year by year, they quietly drive insulin resistance. I understand this is a hard one to hear. Bread and pasta aren't just foods. They're memories, they're family dinners. They feel like home. But that is precisely the point. The damage happens quietly, under the cover of routine. So it was never just about bread or pasta. It was about how something so quietly destructive became the foundation of our daily lives. The real question isn't what should I avoid? The question that will define your health for the next 30 years is why did I ever think this was normal? Answering that is how you reclaim your internal compass. Because the most dangerous threats are not the ones that roar. They're the ones that have been made invisible by habit and acceptance. What makes these foods so insidious isn't that they exist, it's that they've become normal. Slow damage works. It hides inside routine. Our brain has a simple, ancient rule. If it doesn't cause immediate pain, it must be safe. A survival mechanism from a different world.
Today, that instinct has become a cognitive bug, a loophole that the modern food system exploits every single day. But understanding this is not about living in fear. It is about liberation. It's the moment you realize that the quiet unease you felt, that sense that something is off with the consensus, was never a flaw. It was your internal compass, searching for true north all along. This knowledge is the map. If this journey gave you a new lens to see through, share in the comments which of these normal foods was the biggest revelation for you. Let's discuss it. And if you value thinking that challenges the mainstream, subscribe and press like. Together, we'll continue learning how to trust our own judgment.